Welcome to A True Man's World. I'm your host, Ryzen. Here with this guy. Don't expect him in any more videos. He's a temporary character, Leo. And today we're going to be discussing the potential of the Jujutsu Sorcerers, the new class of Jujutsu Sorcerers. We're going to be talking about what truly is the pinnacle of Jujutsu Sorcery and how Gojo students have the potential to surpass him. That's about it. Roll the intro. To kind of begin this discussion, which of Gojo's students do you think is most likely to surpass him, and how do you think they can do it?
I think all of them are going to surpass him at one point.
Okay.
I think that's what the story's leading up to. I mean, you got Yuji. He's I don't know why, but like people like you, they kind of like they hate him. They actually hate him as a main character. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
Yuji's a bad main character. Nah, okay. Backtrack. He's not a bad main character. He's just not as good as the side characters. The side characters are what really make Jujutsu Kaisen for me personally. But like, okay, maybe that was an awkward phrasing. Who do you think will surpass Gojo first?
Yuta. I think
Okay.
Yuta's gonna surpass him first
Okay, why?
because like where he's at right now, he's like already I think the strongest of the three. If they were to fight, I think he'd come out on top.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even with Hakari?
Huh?
Even with Hakari?
Oh shit! I forgot that guy was in there. I thought we were including Megumi.
No. These are the four that Gojo stated will surpass in the
it's
future.
4, not 3.
Yeah, it's Yuji, Yuta, Hakari, and Megumi. Those four.
Forgot about Hakari. I think that guy's gonna die, to be honest.
How will he die? Unlucky.
In this upcoming fight. I think he's dead.
Against Hajime?
Yeah, I think he's dead.
You're dumb. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it the narrator that said that Hakari has infinite curse energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he literally has infinite curse energy. Meaning, like, when he got his arm blasted off, he doesn't even know reverse curse technique, but just simply because he has an infinite amount of curse energy, his body just did it. That's how broken he is. He is literally immortal when he's in his, like, allotted time slot of, like, the Restless Gambler, the jackpot effect, right? And so theoretically, right, if he has infinite curse energy, couldn't he train and learn how to obtain infinite speed with that infinite curse energy?
Why hasn't he done it yet?
Maybe it's difficult for him to learn.
Maybe there are conditions to his domain expansion.
I think the thing about Hakari, right, is that let's just because Gojo does not have infinite curse energy. Gojo has the ability to make the amount of curse energy that he uses infinitely converge to 0 curse energy. So Gojo has a set amount of curse energy, and it's big, but it's not like, it's actually smaller than Yuta's. Yuta has more curse energy than Gojo, right? So if Hakari would have infinite curse energy, and he's negging techniques from Hajime, I think it's pretty reasonable to assume that he'd neg Gojo's technique as well.
Gojo is on a level where it's tough to compare him to like the current opponents that the main crew is facing. Like I feel like, I don't know, like he brought about a whole new age just by being born. Like it's tough to say whether or not Hakari's thing would work on him.
I'm not saying Hakari's gonna beat Gojo, because obviously that's not happening, right? I'm just saying if Gojo stood still, just stood completely still, with his abilities, his infinity activated, and Hakari threw a punch with his Restless Gambler on the jackpot time, do you think that punch would go through and hit Gojo?
That's infinity meeting infinity. That's like, I don't know, that's too...
I don't think it's necessarily infinity meeting infinity. I think Gojo's, he only has, the infinity is just, it's based off of his technique, right? And so if Hakari has something that can surpass the technique, it doesn't have to surpass, I don't think Hakari has to be able to punch through an infinite space. I think it's more Hakari overcoming Gojo's curse energy more than overcoming the actual infinite space. You know what I mean?
But if Gojo's use of curse energy is approaching infinity, then it practically is infinity, right? So
it's his quantity isn't infinity.
His quantity, yeah, isn't infinity, but like if the use of it is approaching infinity, he virtually has infinite cursed energy. So he's kind of on like the same level.
Nah, it's not like that though.
I think it is.
Nah. I don't think you understand. You know, I think you're misinterpreting the character and you're nitpicking and you're biased, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. But like, so I don't know. It's kind of confusing. Okay, I guess to kind of move off of Akari, what about Megumi? Do you think? How do you think? What in Megumi's arsenal do you think he can use to surpass Gojo?
Do you think we've seen all of what he has up his sleeve?
I do.
You do?
I think that we've basically seen just about everything he can do. I'm not saying he can't learn more. I'm just saying we've seen most of what he could do.
I don't know, because Sukuna picked him out, like, exclusively. Like, that's kind of a big deal considering how, like, terrifyingly powerful Sukuna is. Like, I feel like there's something that we just haven't seen yet. There's definitely something up his sleeve. I know his biggest trump card was that,
Maharaga?
Yeah, that was his biggest trump card, and that was insane to see, but I don't think that was why Sukuna...
Yeah, because I don't even think Sukuna knew what that was.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to figure out how to, like, kill it. So I think Megumi, I think the 10 Shadows technique has some sort of application where he could extract somebody's shadow from their body, like, what is his name? Moria from One Piece?
Morbius?
So I think Sukuna is trying to use Megumi in order to get back into his own original body and to, like, exist independently of Yuji. That's what my train of thought is for that. And I think that's something that... what's his name? Megumi himself doesn't even know how to do. So we know for a fact that a long, long time ago, Gojo stated this, that a member of the Gojo clan with, I don't know if the guy had the 6 eyes, but he had, I think he did have the 6 eyes in the Infinity, and a member of the Zenin clan with the 10 Shadows technique. They fought each other to the death, and it was a draw. So we know for a fact that Megumi has the potential to combat Gojo, right? If they were to hypothetically get into a 1v1. And so for me personally, I think most of that would come from Maharaga. Because as we know, when the Shikigami die, their abilities kind of fuse. And we saw how much stronger that dog got. Like, that dog went from, like, getting, like, actually one-tapped by, like, a random special grade to actually, like, didn't the dog, like, put his hand through, like, the other special grade at, like, the end of, like, season 1 anime?
Hanami, right?
No, it wasn't.
The flower guy?
No, it wasn't him. I think that dog was useless against him. I think it was at the very end of, like, the anime when he did his domain expansion against that special grade, and the dog, like, put his hand through his chest, right? Did that happen?
Yeah, the dog, like, killed him. He actually killed him.
Yeah. So the dog went from being, like, one-tapped by special grades to being able to, like, stab his hand through a special grade curse, which is major. So imagine, and we know that, like, these stack, right? These, like, buffs that when the Shikigami die, they stack. So imagine Megumi gets to the point as a combatant where he's capable of defeating Maharaga. And all of his other Shikigami die after he beats Maharaga, right? Now how strong is Maharaga? With all of those Shikigami buffs, he's already to the point where he's forcing Sukuna to use domain expansion. That's how strong Maharaga is. Now we get all of these insane buffs from the other animals. We give him, like, the lightning properties of the Nue. Maybe he could even get wings and fly, dude. Maybe he can, like, I don't know. He gets all this crazy stuff. Who's stopping that? Do you think Gojo could beat that if it got to the point where it forced Sukuna to use domain expansion? And on top of that, when Megumi gets to that point, he will have to be stronger than Maharaga himself to be able to fight it. So that's insane. But what about Yuji, though? Because, like, Gojo said that Yuji would get all of Sukuna's techniques. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's because you're underestimating him.
I don't think Yuji is going to surpass Gojo. I don't.
Why not? Just because you don't...
Just because I don't like him.
With his character.
Yeah. I just can't see it happening.
I strongly disagree. So we know that Yuji's, like, the main villain's son, right? That, what's his face?
Noritoshi Kamo? Or Kenjaku.
Kenjaku, yeah. Kenjaku's, like, offspring, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much confirmed. What else do we have?
Okay, but the thing about Kenjaku is that, you know, how curse energy and, like, Jujutsu sorcery is, like, 99%, it's like 99% inherited, right? Like, you're not gonna, like, when you're gonna make improvements, it's only gonna improve you by, like, stuff, whatever you were born with, right? Like, if you weren't born with it, you don't have it, right? And so, it's up for debate of, like, okay, so we know that Kenjaku was, like, possessing a woman, right, at the time. Wait, did Kenjaku, like, actually have, like, pregnant with Yuji? Was that a thing?
Wait, who was in that flashback? Wasn't it the blood guy? The guy that shoots Chozu?
No. So Noritoshi Kamo, or I keep saying that, Kenjaku was the woman, and Yuji's dad was the man. And so you Kenjaku got piped by Yuji's dad. And so does that mean that Yuji was like in her stomach and actually like had like a proper like labor process?
All signs point to yes, I guess.
So the question is, did Yuji inherit from Kenjaku, which would be ridiculous? That would be that would explain a lot of his power. Or did he inherit from the woman whose body Kenjaku was possessing?
All right, I mean, yeah, I feel like you're neglecting the possibilities that this woman could be like pretty high tier herself. Like, why would Kenjaku choose to like possess a random woman?
Because she's hot and she thought that maybe it was like Yuji's dad's type.
Oh, okay. So you're saying he wanted Yuji's dad's seed. That's what he wanted.
Who knows, dude? It's confusing, dude.
So what you're saying is that Yuji will surpass Gojo by that logic.
I mean, okay, maybe he will, because if he will, theoretically, if he inherits Sukuna's techniques and he's also the son of Kenjaku, that's pretty stacked, to be honest. But like, it all depends on what specifically he gets from Sukuna and what exactly he gets from Kenjaku, because we know neither of those things, right? We don't know anything Kenjaku could do except for the fact that he like hops, within people and like steals their body, which obviously Yuji can't do. So we'll just have to see what kind of technique Yuji develops, which hopefully that comes soon. Like, he still doesn't have a curse technique. This is why Yuji's a trash protagonist, bro. He still doesn't have a curse technique, and we're like 200 chapters in. That's ridiculous.
He's pretty durable, though. That's pretty cool.
All right. If you were to rank those four, the new generation, based off of potential, how would you rank the four?
That's tough. I mean, like you said, Hikari, I don't see him growing that much, like, from where he is right
why
now.
not? Because if he can learn to control, imagine learning to control infinite curse energy. That's infinite power and infinite speed right there.
Why hasn't he done that already?
Because when does he use it? Like, dude, he doesn't, he's not a part of Jujutsu Society. He's like running his own underground fight club, and even like his default strength is enough to like clock anyone. So he never uses Restless Gambler, pretty much, I'm assuming.
So you're saying that an event in the story will like cause him to want to become a part of like
I don't know,
that society?
He seems like he's complacent.
As he is right now, like he doesn't really care.
He seems complacent. So
if he's not going to put in that work,
it's not about him putting in the work or not. It's about if he has the potential to be able to do it.
Oh, true. All right. Because normally for cursed energy, like you kind of have to micromanage it, and that's where you get a lot of the growth from. But if you have infinity, how could he waste any movements? If he already has infinity in his grasp.
That's true. It's kind of awkward because, like, theoretically, if his curse energy is actually infinite, then how he controls it doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah.
Like, infinity is infinity. So, like, if he has infinity coursing through his body, he also has infinity in his punches, right? Technically, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's really confusing. But, like, if he's surpassing Hajime's technique, even that one comedian, his technique is stated to be able to be effective against Gojo. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that guy, I think he already surpassed Gojo. That guy has tune power.
Yeah, so, okay, if that guy is stated to have surpassed Gojo, and if the curse energy tools, the tools that, like, scramble curse energy or, neg curse energy, if that can also surpass Gojo, I think Hikari's domain expansion, his Restless Gambler, can also surpass Gojo. So I think currently, right now in the story, Hikari has already surpassed Gojo in terms of being able to get past that technique. But in terms of actually, like, fighting skill, in terms of, like, I don't know, like, curse energy manipulation skill, he's just not there yet. But as soon as he fine-tunes, I'd say he's definitely the closest to being able to fully surpass Gojo and be, like, stronger than him. At number 2, I'd put Yuta.
You're saying for potential? You're saying that Hikari has the highest potential?
I'm saying Hikari has the highest potential, and he's also the closest to being able to surpass Gojo. And then right at number 2, in terms of potential and how close he is to surpassing Gojo, I have Yuta.
I agree with that. I feel like in terms of power, yeah, that's about where they are right now, for sure.
Yeah, especially since he has more curse energy than Gojo, and he can use any curse technique he wants. So he doesn't have the 6 out, right? So he probably can't use the infinity, but like pretty much any curse technique he wants he could use, which is absolutely busted. And plus he has Rika as a Shikigami that is like, honestly, I don't want to say it's relative to Sukuna, but Sukuna looked like when Sukuna felt that power, he was like, yo, what's going on here? He definitely acknowledged it, to say the least. So I think Yuta is in that conversation. I think given a little bit more fine tuning with Rika and learning how to like cycle between curse techniques, I think he'll pull something out that would be able to surpass Gojo pretty soon, probably within like the next couple years.
He's already smooth with it. He's smooth with it.
Just look at his rate of growth from Volume 0 to... it's only been 2 years that passed, right? Or maybe 1. And look at how much he's grown from the beginning of Volume 0 to now.
That's true.
That's ridiculous.
I thought that guy was, like, gonna be a nothing sandwich, to be honest with that. I completely misunderstood that guy's character. Like, I did not expect him to be that, I don't know, like, insane in the story.
Because we watched the movie together. I remember after the movie, you were like, oh, he's useless now. And I was like, bro, did you not hear that he said that he's the one who cursed Rika, meaning that he caused all that power? Like, he's the one capable of, like, creating all of that? Like,
they shouldn't have said Rika was a source of strength in the beginning, dude. Damn.
But it what? Okay, you're dumb. All right. So
I thought it was the marriage thing that was why he was strong. But
you thought it was like a binding vow or something?
yeah, I thought that's where his cursed energy came from.
Nah. All right. So number 3, would you agree that it's Megumi?
You said potential and like, okay, potential, I think out of all of them, Yuji's the highest.
I disagree.
I think Yuji's the highest in terms of potential, but in terms of when he's going to reach it, Megumi's for sure higher. I think he's going to reach it sooner.
So okay, we're balancing these two out equally. Who would you put at number 3?
All right, let's look at their most recent fights. You can't say much from Yuji's, to be honest. That was kind of like a JoJo's Part 3 fight, but I still liked it. But I mean, Megumi pretty much laid it out.
That was a
all
great fight,
yeah,
dude.
He laid it out.
And
all
okay,
on the table.
Megumi has that intellect as well. Yuji's an idiot, bro. Yuji ain't smart like that. Megumi's a genius.
I don't know about that.
He figured out the
I'm
guy's
an idiot.
curse technique with like he's like, oh, so I figured out the fact that you're using receipts of things that you purchased to fight me. Or like, oh, I figured out that she's using the constellations in the stars,
That's
dude.
not that impressive. He
Oh.
wore the receipts on his. That was literally his outfit.
No, but with Kirara's technique, he's like, oh, if I remember correctly from my astrology class back in middle school, this constellation is formed in this certain way, and therefore she's using this constellation to fight me. Like, dude, come on. You can't. He figured out the constellation technique. I didn't figure it out even after he explained it. I still didn't understand it. And he figured it out on the fly. He's a genius, bro. Actual genius. Yuji got nothing on that. That's something that can't be taught. That's intuition.
You know what else can't be taught? Power. Power. And Yuji's got it, dude. Yuji's got it. Like you said, man. He's a son of Kenjaku. There has to be something there. There has to be something there. There has to be a reason why Kenjaku wanted Yuji's dad's seed, right? And that's like all unexplained. Like you said, we already know like most of what Megumi has to offer, but Yuji is like, he's that dark horse, man, and I always root for the dark horse. Like,
Okay, but Megumi has straight confirmation, right? We know for a fact that a member of his clan, the head of his clan, fought evenly to the death with the head of the Gojo clan. Meaning that we know for certain that Megumi can surpass Gojo. We know for certain. We can't give Yuji that certainty except for the fact that Gojo said that. And Gojo is mainly saying that based off of the fact that he's capable of withstanding Sukuna.
I don't know, dude. Gojo said it himself. I feel like there's that in and of itself is just evidence enough.
Okay,
that
I'm
he
not
will surpass
doubting that
him.
he will surpass him. I'm just saying, like,
You are doubting him.
Yuji's trash. All right. I think we gotta end this. I gotta go now. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. Leave a comment what you guys think. Who is the true pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery? What technique do you think can surpass Gojo in the Infinity? Let us know in the comments. We're gonna read and reply to every single comment. Thank you so much for making it to the end. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Jujutsu Kaisen content. We're hoping to upload maybe 30 to 40% Jujutsu Kaisen on this channel, and the rest will just be like manga variety, recommendations, whatever we feel like doing. Any closing remarks?
Yuji number 1.
All right. Peace.